Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 12th and final episode of Houkago Teibou Nisshi. And last episode, our girl Hinata was doing her best. You know, Hina. It's just Hina. I don't know why I put a ta there. I just don't know. But she was doing her best, but the struggle was real. You know, for sure. Like, she was doing her best, but everyone that she was around, she was trying to kind of follow what they were doing in a way, but she used a different kind of bait because she's a big baby that can't handle the live stuff, the real stuff. So it didn't pan out for her too much, and we got to see everyone just kind of wanting to say something, but the president telling them not to unless she asks, and the look of frustration on their faces was great. But the important thing is the episode ended with her still determined to succeed, trying to learn from her mistakes, do better next time. Really just showing that growth, that character growth with Hina. This girl that had to kind of be pretty forced into this club to begin with initially has now come so far. So it's good to see. I hope this episode she really gets to do well, So let's just get into it and see if that is indeed the case. It is going to be sad to have this show be over, though. I'm going to be honest. So 3, 2, 1, play. Bum, 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 bum. School. I think school's over. Which is the best time of the day. Is that Hina? That is totally Hina. That's our Hina. Just look at that face. That is a girl that's ready to succeed for the day. She also looks quite exhausted. I mean, if you're not exhausted, you're obviously not living life to the fullest, so that proves that she is. Because this show technically started in like a previous season, it feels like I've been watching it for quite a while. We had the big gap. That kind of makes me a bit more bonded to it, which makes it hurt just a little bit more to have it end. But we will have a new season, new shows come in to try to fill the void. I don't know what they are yet, because I haven't looked at the chart yet. Feel free to let me know what you're looking forward to next season in the comments below. Give me an idea of what you're looking forward to. If you're a regular viewer of the channel and you have an idea of the kind of shows I like, you can let me know what you think would be on my things I would like. Because I try to go into shows as blind as I can. So having people that just kind of get my taste, just kind of nudge me in the right direction, is ideal if I can make that happen. And we're back into it. Yeah, come on, guys. Am I the only one motivated here? I googled it. Google Sensei taught me everything I need to know, and I am ready. Hooked. I see what you did there. Well, even though that was more of a subtitle thing, but still. Please, give us a lecture, Hina. Because real bait moves, fake bait does not. And that fish just fell in love. It's so great just having Hina be the one to do this. Partly because I can actually understand her, unlike the president. She's much more pleasant to listen to. Plus, you can feel the enthusiasm, whereas the president kind of sounds dead inside most of the time. I feel like I'm kind of roasting her, but doesn't make it any less impressive. Oof, everyone just kind of watching. After all that talk, you gotta show results, you know. This is the last episode, we don't have much more time left, so it's today or never. But I have plenty of faith in you, don't worry. I think it wiggled. Yeah. Come on, Hina, remember your training. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. It's promising. And make sure to keep wiggling and moving, and the fish are bound to bite. Well, just to keep at it. I just warming up, guys. This isn't even my final form. Like how you can tell because see the kind of like the wetness of the sand. A nice touch. Hey, doggy! We caught a doggy. Natsume, are you being distracted by the doggy? I get it. I can't fault her for that. Wow, that doggy saw Natsume and went for it. I get that too. But it is kind of funny that she just lost interest in, you know, Hina's pursuit here. I didn't know that phrase applied to fishing. That's good to know. You just run and gun except you walk and use a pole. Other than that, yeah, same thing. Come on, Hina. I still have faith in you. Maybe we can consult a manual again. It always does, doesn't it? I remember when I built my computer, it looked so simple in the tutorials I watched. And then I actually went to do it, I'm like, where are all these cables that come out of the power supply? Where do they even go? And yeah. So I get it, that's what I'm trying to say. This is nice, though. Sitting together. But the fish just aren't cooperating. Yeah. Please give her more encouragement. Well, yeah, you know. Why wouldn't they be moody? Fair enough. Did I give you an idea? Yeah, there's something going on in that head. Yeah, maybe you have to adjust a little bit for your own circumstances. I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of differences. Maybe we should... Not sure what size would change, though. I guess... Oh yeah, I guess maybe we could use different bait size for different fish, maybe. I guess that would kind of make sense. But yeah, adapting, adjusting, critical thinking, it's good to see. It just got Konosuba flashbacks. There's a joke here somewhere. That's really cute. Not to me. That was very, very cute. Especially, you know, Hina's reaction to it. It made it so much better. A little bit of teasing there. But anyway, more importantly, let's go. Okay, well, not more importantly, but we do have to move forward. And I'm expecting better results this time, Hina, so don't let me down. This is your time to shine. Just like the sun. Follow me, fishies. And I will kill you all. I almost want to be quiet not to scare the fish away, even though it obviously doesn't work that way. Because we're in different dimensions, but... Yeah, don't lose it. This is the furthest we've come. I see it in the water. It's still moving. I think we just about got it. And yes! We got it! Job well done, Hina. Finally, we see the fruits of her training. Aw. That is such a huggable Hina. I kind of sad nobody did that. It feels like we went on such a long journey to get to this point. Even though we only caught one on screen, it was an important one. Yeah, I mean, if something's too big for a mouth, then of course it's not gonna work. Yeah, I did see tears, so. And that's a big difference between a beginner and an intermediate is, yeah, being able to figure things out yourself, not be spoon-fed. Well, yeah, but she finally got the hang of it, so she wants to do it more, you know? Just beat me with so much enthusiasm, it's almost blinding. Yeah, she still has that beginner enthusiasm, though. Even though she is kind of like getting into the intermediate stage, you know? Ah, you lost horribly. I feel like she should have been able to do, like, sword, because, you know, Tsurugi. Okay. I guess that was rough. Hey, she found a fan. Here comes the girl. The best fans do. Usually a bit overpriced, though. Yeah, I mean, you gotta replenish those fluids. Especially if you cry. Yeah. Gotta be efficient. Every time they say that, I think of Mugi from KO. Probably should. Maybe we get like fancy name tags, that'd be pretty cool. Oh. Yes, I'm glad you noticed and appreciate that. Ooh, flashbacks. Because yeah, there was one episode where she was kind of, you know, getting into that whole thing. Wow. I mean, when she wears glasses, she looks smarter. To be fair. Please be more specific. Right, okay, so it is that. Yes, I would love to. No arguments here. I almost expected a vehicle to come, I'm glad it didn't. Yep. Is it time to do the other way around? Have Natsumi meeting up with Hina's mother? Yes. I mean, it's basically the fishing club. we have stuff to help with that. Swim with clothes on. What's the fun in that? Sounds so unpleasant. Natsumi's here to play with me, Mom, not you. Amazingness. Oh my god, that is cute. That can we have like a prequel? I also can have a copy of that picture. I know that feeling. I did forget to mention that I am quite tired because it's been a long, eventful day. Yeah, this is Hina's room. Even got a kappa there. I mean, now you can fish too, so you're working on that second talent. What is wrong with you, Hina? So, yeah, we get to have the opposite rules. Hina, the expert, teaching Natsumi the thing. Just don't accidentally stab yourself. Yeah, I agree. Be careful, Natsumi. I was waiting for it to happen. I imagine that's something that happens to a lot of beginners. Stabbing yourself. Just, you can tell Natsumi just is completely lacking confidence in what she's doing, but hey, she made a thing. Might not be quite as good as Hina's thing, but she did make it. And that's what matters. It looks better than anything I would have been able to make. Trade. What a wonderful gift. I knew we were friends for a reason. You know her so well. My god, this is just so perfect. No, Mother, don't interrupt this. This was important. I wanted to see where this went. Probably would have got to kissing if it wasn't for the interruption. She is so ready. Well, yeah, you never know when you'll need them. An expert's always prepared. And the president has arrived. Well, cheese to you two. Yeah, seeing her in her element, it's great. Probably not. I mean, she is kind of lazy as a character trait. But you never know. That's the first thing that comes to your mind. Okay, my friend has a cool talent. How do I make money off of this? Just nods me happily staring at her. Ooh, octopus! And it's even got, like, yeah, the mustache, like our... Yeah, exactly, that's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah? Well, I'm sure she's having plenty of fun where she is. Yeah. Can't go back now. She's too far down this path. Yeah, you don't need to be in a club for that. It's so beaming. How do you handle such purity? Such genuinism, whatever you want to call it. Beginner's welcome. Is it scary? Is it... What's wrong with it? Oh, they don't have eyes. Yeah, that is pretty scary. There are guys in this club. Yeah, we're not joining this one. No, thank you. I think we made the right choice. Yeah, that's so unrealistic, but... I guess it was having an all-female fishing club if you want to go there, but... Yeah, I think we're fine where we are. Thank you. Of course she knew. We all got our fancy little handmade handicrafts. Oh. Right. Yeah, we had a bit of a difference, a bit of a shift in our usual club activities. Bad president. Just yell Kisu out in the middle of the street. Somebody might take you up on that offer. Not to me, for instance. I love the excitement in her voice. You catch it, you eat it. And we put them around their bottles. Well, you couldn't eat the handicraft, so I figured you wouldn't be interested. Of course, you know, the good girl. I mean, she likes doing it, so why not? A beer bottle? Oh, I mean, a board could be pretty cool. But yeah, it's a good point. Like, maybe we could keep with the theme of the club if possible. How about we do a shark? Lately, I've really started liking sharks because of a certain reason. A certain adorable reason. I just love Hina's faces, they never get old. The light just gone. uh, just her eyes and her face is like a roller coaster. Nope, nope, this is mine now, Sensei, not for you. But yeah, the credits are rolling, it's about over. I almost look at her chest is gonna knock over the glasses. Straight up taking notes. Good student, Hina. And yeah, now to me over for dinner. As it should be. Hey, wow, actually wearing swimsuits by the beach. Oh, wow, president. I see someone dressed up. Or dressed down, I guess, depending on how you wanna look at it. Really, that was all just a fantasy? I mean, it's pretty on par with my fantasies, so I get it. So is there a little bit left? Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. A shark. Not to eat it, to pet it for a little bit and put it back. A final important lesson to end us off with. It's actually a really nice end card too. Like all the group together, chibi. Yeah, I like that and little picture there quite a bit. But yeah, that was the 12th and final episode of Houkago Teibou Nisshi. So I thought it was a pretty good final episode, honestly. Like, it didn't change the formula that we've come to expect too much, but it was definitely different enough to where it felt like a final episode. You know, we have like the growth of Hina is the biggest thing, of course, but also just kind of ending off with that whole, hey, you know, didn't you want to join the handicrafts club? Are you sure you don't want to still do that instead? Like, are you really happy here? Or was this the right decision for you? You know, bringing up that kind of topic, and we definitely confirmed that it was the right decision, because the handicrafts club is just like all dudes. And that's not quite the Hina scene, I guess is probably the best way to put it. Like, not quite a group she could bond with quite as easily as the one that she's in now. So I think it made it pretty clear that she is exactly where she's meant to be. And as she said, she could do her handicraft stuff at home, and also apparently at this club too, once in a while, you know, when we're in the mood for it. So I think she made the right decision, even if this club is a little bit odd, not super typical, you know, but it's a good place for her. But yeah, definitely the best thing about the episode was just Hina, just in general, you know, because like I said, she had a lot of, you know, beaming enthusiasm and excitement and energy in this episode, and it was really fun to see, and that kind of went hand in hand with just showing how much she's grown, because when she first started the show, she had like pretty much no experience fishing. You know, she didn't really know anything. She just kind of kept getting fed lectures and lectures from the other club members, like the president or Ono, or, you know, occasionally Natsume, and she would kind of, you know, try to copy what they're doing and do her best to get the same amount of success as they do. But, you know, she obviously lacked experience, so it didn't always go super smoothly, but, you know, she would do her best, and over time she would get better. And in this episode, it's really a chance for her to stand on her own, pretty much. Like, she was working with the fishing pole while everyone else was just kind of sitting back and watching it for the most part, to the point where Natsume just kind of got bored at some point and started playing with a dog, which is, you know, which is fun. But yeah, whenever you learn any new skill, when you're like an absolute beginner, all you can really do is just be like a sponge, you know. No, that's not a way to put it, mindlessly. You just have to like absorb knowledge and just have faith that the people that are giving it to you know what they're talking about, right? Like, that's step one for developing a new skill, is to just kind of take that all in, and then you start to try to put it into practice, and then through putting it into practice, you figure out what kind of kinks there are in it, like what theoretical knowledge you were given is not quite accurate, and you just kind of make minor adjustments to it over time, and then you do that more and more, and you branch out to doing new types of thing within that sphere, and so knowledge from previous things carry over, and, you know, all of it helps you kind of build an intuition for it, and you get even more new knowledge. But since you have this old knowledge, that new knowledge can be taken more in context, and you can dissect it better and learn how to apply it to your existing knowledge, and it's just kind of an interesting growth whenever you try to develop a new skill, and we got to kind of see that with Hina here. So that was quite fun, you know, like that kind of critical thinking is kind of the best way to phrase it. You know, being able to be like, hey, the video, this worked fine. What's the problem? What's the difference? I mean, oh, I guess their fish were bigger than mine, and maybe I gotta have smaller bait. That makes sense, right? Like, that's just, you know, figuring things out, and that's a very important step to eventually get to go from being a beginner at something to being actually kind of decent at it. You know, so I enjoyed seeing her do that in this episode, and everyone was so proud of her, and she was so proud of herself, and she was all happy and lit up and smiling and sparkly-eyed, and I'm pretty sure she cried at some point. So, you know, that all happened. And we also had some flashbacky stuff, like we had Natsume coming over to Hina's place, and I loved how it was kind of like the flip side of the other thing, where Hina came over to Natsume's place, and the mother was like, hey, wow, Natsume's friend, Hina, hey, yo, nice to see you. And this time it was the exact opposite. Hina's mother was like, Natsume, yo, hey, it's nice to see you, it's great to be here, you know. So I'm glad we got that, too. And the father drinking his coffee, you know, as he does. And of course, yeah, more of, you know, Natsume teaching Hina to do the handicrafts thing. And she did her best, but the fact that we, like, traded them was definitely the best thing about that. You know, really showcasing that friendship. And it was beautiful to see, for sure. I mean, I know we've gotten a scene like that before. I don't remember how different it was. I mean, I assume it was a different scene, right? So, but I guess in that scene we hadn't quite yet made anything just yet. We just talked about it. I kind of want to go back to that scene now, just because I know we talked about this at least at some other point when she. I might be getting scenes mixed up in my head, but I know we talked about this at least before that scene. But it doesn't matter too much. The point is, the end product is Hina helped her do it, taught her how to do it. She made a cool thing. We traded it. We all got our cool little things now. A sign of our friendship. You know, it's great. I'm not gonna worry about the details on that too much. But I do think that's everything to say about the episode, really. I still can't believe the Handicrafts Club was all guys. That's just so unbelievable. And of course, Sensei felt all left out. But man, that shot of everyone in swimsuits was quite nice. Especially, I mean, everyone's swimsuit suited them rather nicely, I would say. Like, we had Natsume's, which I think might have been my favorite swimsuit. Like, I mean, it's blue and white for one thing, which is, like, my favorite color scheme, so that had a lot to do with it. But, yeah, it definitely suited her, right? You know, she's obviously not really the bikini type, not really the frilly kind of type. I think what she's got here, Natsume, just suits her rather well. And Hina's is pretty cute as well. I think hers suits her rather well. I mean, Ono had like a coat thing over it, so we couldn't really see what was under that, if anything. And then freaking President over here just rocking that bikini, like a black bikini, I think. Just that is quite bold, I would say. Ono could definitely pull off a bikini rather nicely, for sure. But I guess it would be a matter of her actually feeling confident enough to wear one, which is hard to imagine. But I do like the little reveal when we panned out and showed that was just like them fantasizing about that. So that was funny too. I like how that's how that little bit ended, you know. We never did get that kind of beach episode in the show, I don't think. Running around in swimsuits and splashing each other. I don't think we did. I mean, we had a scene where we like splash in the mud, kind of. I vaguely remember that. But nothing quite like they imagined there, I don't think. So. Any thoughts I have on the show as a whole to really share? I don't know. I mean, it's a pretty straightforward show. Girl leaves her normal environment, goes to a different environment, kind of starts a whole new life, gets new friends, finds a new hobby, really just starts a new path of life and enjoys herself, makes new friends, has a good time, learns new skills, gets better at it, you know, gets some pride in that, and that kind of sums up the show in a way. But it was just kind of a very fun, relaxing, chill kind of show, you know? Nothing to really overanalyze too much. But, you know, there was no big explosions or battles to the death or anything like that. It was just some girls that were all friends with each other, fishing, eating food together, drinking beverages together, like tea, for instance, and just having a good time, you know? Like, there's really not much to say on it overall. Like, I thought the cast of characters were good. I mean, Hina and Natsume were definitely, like, top-tier characters of the show, like the best two, like without question. Ono being like moderately below that, and then there's a president who I didn't like too much just because she was so, you know, schemy, manipulative, lazy. Like, she's not exactly the most likable character in my opinion. I'm sure there's gonna be a couple people that are like, that's my favorite character in all of anime history, and that's just how it goes. It's just, in my opinion, I wasn't a big fan of her really. But, you know, she sort of did her best to help Hina, I guess, so I don't it's not like I hate her or anything. It's just like, you know, she's just on the low on that totem pole, is all I'm saying. And we didn't get too much of their parents, really, but they were fine for what little we did get of them. There's very little school activities, you know, and sometimes that is the case with these sort of club-focused shows. You know, the school itself is just a catalyst to have the club, you know. We don't actually do any work, really. I mean, I think we studied for tests a little bit, but even that was, like, done outside of the school. So, but I did appreciate those scenes, you know. Obviously, the relationship between Hina and Natsume was one of my favorite parts of the show. You know, that was a nice little bond there, because I liked both of them as individuals, and I felt like they were great together, too. I kind of wish we had a bit more of that, really. But I know the focus of the show was more on the club, so that's really to be expected. But we did get some, and I did appreciate what we got, for sure. Hina and Natsume, yeah, we're both really likable characters. Like, anytime either of them were on screen, I was happy. When they were both on screen together, I was even more happy. So, and Hina, just her range of facial expressions were always a source of entertainment, for sure. And we had our club advisor Sensei. She was quite something. You know, she is kind of a pain to deal with, for sure. But, you know, you can't really hate her either, really. But, you know, definitely, she's an advisor, you know? If it wasn't for her, we wouldn't have the club, so we do have to be somewhat appreciative of her, even if she does do things like steal our food, or, like, eat all our food, rather. And just drinks a lot, and only shows up occasionally when she wants something, but still, she's our precious club advisor, so it's fine. Yeah, I really don't have too much to say about the show, but I did like it. It was a chill, relaxing show that I enjoyed watching. I was actually kind of surprised how many views my reactions to this show got, because it doesn't seem like that it doesn't seem like what most people would associate with being a reaction-worthy show. You know, most people see shows like Kimetsu no Yaiba or whatever as that, not a just sitting around and fishing sort of anime. So I was definitely surprised by the views it got, for sure. But I definitely am glad for that, because I enjoyed watching it, so... Yeah, I really don't have much more to say on it. Just, I kind of wish we had more of it, you know? Because it's not like there's too much of an overarching plot. You could definitely just keep pumping out episodes if you really wanted to. You just have to have, like, a fish of the week kind of format, sort of, you know? Like, what are we fishing for today? Today we're fishing for giant sea turtles. Well, probably not, but you know what I mean. Like, you could definitely keep this sort of thing going for a while. Although, there definitely would be a worry of losing people's interests, but you never know. I mean, some shows could just go on forever that aren't even that exciting, so you never know. You never know. But I'm going to end it off here. I had a good time with this show. I hope you did too. And hopefully next season has some good shows too to watch. And like I said, if there's anything you're looking forward to or you think I would like, feel free to let me know in the comments below. And hopefully I'll see you in some other video. So, bye-bye. Thank you for watching. And a special thanks to Cnouki and Ryan for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.